What are strategies in business? G'day everyone, Lauren Kress, the business scientist here, and welcome to another episode of the Cheat Sheets, where I give you a really quick template, tool, checklist, or tip to help you take action in your business. If that sounds like something that would be valuable to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Oh, and a thumbs up on this video would also be greatly appreciated. Okay, so when we talk about strategy in business, we're talking about an action plan that provides the big picture overview for how we're going to achieve a specific long-term goal. In order to create this high-level action plan, we need to be able to look to the future and anticipate what lies ahead. I like to think about putting a strategy together kind of like the same way I think about preparing for a road trip. Before we embark on our journey, we need to know where we're going, the final destination of our trip. Let's call this point B. We also need to know where we're starting from. Let's call this point A. Once we know these 2 points, we need to make decisions about how we're going to get from point A to point B, like what we need to bring, where we'll make pit stops, what risk we need to mitigate, and how long it will take to reach our destination. That's essentially what a strategy is. It's making high-level decisions and documenting them in the form of an action plan or a roadmap, so that people who are involved in executing the strategy know what they need to do. If you want to learn more about some of the common decision-making tools you can utilize as part of your strategic planning, check out the links I've shared in the description below. Now, in business, there are different types of decisions we need to make, and for each of these, we have a different type of strategy we want to use. Even though no two strategies are the same, there are some basics that every business will want to adhere to in order to be successful. So what are the different types of strategies we need to develop in order to successfully run our business? Firstly, we need a corporate strategy. This is the strategy we use to figure out the business structure and how our business will allocate resources like money, time, and inventory to support each aspect of our business. For a corporate level strategy, a business will use one of the following: a stability strategy. These focus on getting more with what they already have. A profitability-driven strategy, or on keeping things as they are, a status quo strategy. A growth strategy, no surprises here, these strategies focus on achieving considerable growth for the business. A retrenchment strategy, these strategies are used when dramatic changes are required to turn around the business or to get rid of parts of the business that are causing problems or pulling it down. This is called divestiture. And a reinvention strategy. These strategies are usually employed by businesses that have not changed for decades. When we're talking about disruption of a business or an industry, we're talking about this type of strategy. In my view, regardless of the corporate strategy that is being used, we should always use this as an opportunity to clearly describe and explain the business model or models that we use or will be using and why. I'll be sharing a separate video that goes into more detail about different business models, but the easiest way to think about it is that a business model describes how you're going to make money as a business. For example, the business model might be reselling or subscription or service. It could even utilize a combination of these. I think it's important that in strategic discussions and documents, we take the opportunity to reiterate the business model, because when there is an assumption that people already know how the business makes money, or there is a lack of clarity about how the business makes money, this can lead to a lot of problems and wasted time. Worst of all, people can feel unsure of what they need to do or feel like what they're doing doesn't matter. We also need a competitive strategy. This is also sometimes referred to as the business strategy. This strategy focuses on how we're going to create and maintain a competitive advantage over others in the market. There are also 4 types of strategies we can utilize here. 2 that focus on a market as a whole. These are a cost leadership strategy and a differentiation leadership strategy. Cost leadership focuses on keeping prices lower than its competitors, and differentiation emphasizes specific features of a product to stand out from the crowd. There's another 2 that use the same approach, but they focus on a market segment or niche within that market. A cost-focused strategy, for example, selling affordable educational toys for parents with young kids. And a differentiation-focused strategy, for example, selling a can opener that is easy to use for people with osteoarthritis. Looking at this matrix, what are some examples of brands that you know that will fall into each of these categories? Now, the next type of strategy we need is more of a set of strategies. These are the functional strategies, the action plans for different business units or domains within the business. Depending on the business model and size of the enterprise, the number of strategies and types of strategies will vary. However, the most common functional strategies are marketing strategies, financial strategies, and production strategies. And the fourth type of strategy we need is our operative strategy. This is the system we implement to achieve the vision and mission of the business. And it involves decisions based on many factors, including product management, supply chain, quality control, forecasting, scheduling, and more. So how do we create these different strategies and how do we know if they're any good? That's what we'll be talking about in my next video on strategic tactics. In the meantime, if you found this video useful, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're looking for resources to help you understand more about each of the strategies discussed today, check out the description below.